Hi, it's your Pulgar, and this is Popdust Presents with the new tarot. I wanted to ask you guys about America because it's been out for a little bit, and I'm wondering how the reception has been and how you guys have seen it evolve.
And like, their second instinct is like, are you sure you wanted to say this? Like, I think I had like an argument with our manager when we were first writing it over the end of the song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we say America, you beautiful whore, right? And he was like, people are gonna hate you, people are gonna hate that, and like, I was like, no, I think we have to stick with the word that I wrote because that's the word that needed to be used there, and it wasn't supposed to be a derogatory or like sexist term.
I also got like two different, completely different takes in the song. Like, people are like, oh, so you're very patriotic, like you're all for America,
Right?
And like some other people are like, man, you must hate America.
Yeah.
Like,
do you think the song reflects America as it is now?
I think it's a growing pain kind of song. I think it's about like falling in love with something that wasn't what you fell in love with. That wasn't real, like, you know, and then being like, oh, well, I still love this idea, but like, how do I love this idea and like hate this reality?
yeah, because we all have to work together. We have to grow as a country. We have to realize what the problem is. Like, one of the greatest times about this time that we're living in now is that we're all focused on the same thing.
Yeah, everybody's talking about the same thing.
There's dialogue. Like Socrates said, like the greatest thing that we need is dialogue, good dialogue. And all around us, people are actually talking about like stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Now tell me it's the truth. I don't believe in anything. Tell me it's the wrong way. I'll be going back again. Wanna know what you say. Don't believe I'll ever know. Hit the road. I don't believe in getting old. I wanna know what you believe. And if I tell you I will, then I will.
You have another song called Alaska that you just performed for us?
Yes.
So do you guys find a lot of inspiration in like, I guess the dream of what America was?
America is kind of, you know, is where we grew up, and our mom is from Greece, and our father was like born and raised super American. On that side, it's like, you know, very Americana, Oklahoma, all this kind of family, but we always kind of had like an outsider looking in sort of vibe because our mom was a first-generation immigrant. That kind of removedness, I guess, is what comes out a lot in our writing.
How does it affect you guys to be siblings working together and creating?
I wouldn't work with anybody else, you know.
Crying.
It's true. Yeah, because we know how to fight already. We don't have to worry.
And that's the most important thing. Can you get through a fight? Can you work together after that fight?
Yeah,
that's one of the biggest
important.
tests.
And can that fight last like, you know, less than a minute? You know, if it has to.
And you guys also come from musical families, so I'm wondering if that like spurred your choice to go into music.
I think having pianos around, having guitars lying around, our dad playing the bass at odd hours in the night, and our mom was in musical theater. Just having that there,
accessible,
just being able to go like mess around on the piano for a few hours while you're home, like that paved the way.
If you're a kid and you learn how to play with an instrument the way that you can play with like a doll
That's
or
what
like
it's all about.
a ball, then you've mastered, you've done it, you're hooked on it for life.
I could have had something more real love. It's not getting clearer. I believe I've got some living up to realize. Got some living up to realize.
Where did you get the new tarot from?
Our first band name was Periwinkle Elevator.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was less than 3.
No, you're right, it was less than 3.
Does the fact that you read tarot influence the name at all?
We were kind of answering the cards with like a modern archetypes, like
new archetypes of people.
A good example is our song Stella. When we wrote that, that was like specifically designed to be about a modern, or what we feel is a modern archetype of a person, which is the hoarder. And that's a very, you know, like kind of modern phenomenon, because there was never enough stuff around to be able to, like, you know.
And these days you can collect stuff like that. Like if you want,
this idea of being surrounded by like materialism is a very poignant, kind of sums up a lot of things in one metaphor. And that's what that song is about, but that's also an answer in itself to some of the archetypes from the deck of the tarot. Like we were inspired by like the magician and the hermit. It's like almost the modern version of the hermit. And so that's kind of what our earlier music was like about, like this exploration of archetypes. But for our next project, our album that's coming out.
Your debut?
Yes, our first full length.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, we've been working on the music for like a year. I don't know if you know who John D is.
Yes, of course.
Oh, yeah. Well, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's my guy.
Oh, yeah, man. So, John D came to me in a dream and told me that I needed to write a space opera about his life.
And when is the album coming out?
Hopefully next month.
like this summer, this spring.
Or early summer.
Summer, spring.
You guys do everything, like, don't you design all the artwork?
I love doing art. I've always loved drawing, doing stuff like that. I do this thing now called peeing. It's not actually drawing or doing anything. It's like drawing a billion different bubbles.
She draws little tiny, like, peas from a pea pod.
Yes.
That's what it's called.
Like millions. To make like little flower patterns and stuff like that.
Have you designed the album cover already?
We're actually thinking of doing a photograph of something that I'm drawing, actually.
So kind of like a...
We might even...
How many layers?
Yeah, we might make a book, and then I'll draw on the book.
Okay, you'll see.
You will see.
You'll see.
This was the new tarot, and this is Popdust Presents.